Oh, good.
Thank you. The £5 is in the post.
Defender.
Okay, lead from top of a sequence. King from King, Queen, Jack, Jack from Jack, 10, 9. Lead top of touching honours. These are rules. These
There's
are
a question here,
rules.
sorry Howard, there's a question here.
Sorry.
Can you confirm this is for defenders?
Thank you. Yes. When you have the first lead to the first trick, the opening lead is with the defender. Okay? So
Yes.
the only time you have an opening lead is when you are a defender. Okay? Now some of these rules will apply when you're leading as defenders in other situations. So for example, if you are on lead after a few tricks have been played and you are a defender and you want to lead from this suit and you have the king and the queen, then you will lead top of touching honours. But we are talking about defenders. Did that answer the question? Yeah, perceptive question.
So defenders always have to lead top of the sequence, do they?
It's one of their leads when they consider it. So that other leads are available, but if you're going to lead from this combination of Jack 10, 9, the standard lead is the top of the touching sequence, so the Jack in this case. So if you're going to play with someone that you've never met before, but you know that they have learned standard English, bridge, then you can be pretty assured if they, without any conversation, if you're defending a hand together and they plop down the Jack as an opening lead, you will know, that they've got the 10, they may have the 9, they may not have the 9, but you know for sure that they have the 10, and they do not have the Queen, because if they had Queen, Jack, 10, they would have led the Queen.
What if they had the ace?
If they have the ace, aces are really difficult. Can I just park that one there? It's again, it's a very astute question, and there's not a simple answer to it. So leading aces is fine, but we'll come back to
Yeah,
that.
but if you're telling your partner that you haven't got anything above the Jack, you're telling your partner you haven't got the king, but you're not telling your partner you haven't got the ace, you're just saying you
Okay.
haven't got the king, is that right?
Okay, well, thank you. So again, that's a very perceptive observation. If you're going to lead the Jack from Jack 10, 9, then you are for sure saying, I do not have the Queen. Okay, I definitely do not have the Queen, but I do have the 10. And that is the only thing for sure that you know about the card that you see in front of you when you're defending, and it's appeared on the table. Your partner may be leading from a sequence that does include either the king or the ace, and that's perfectly feasible, but we'll come on to leads of that nature a little bit later on. So it's a very, very perceptive observation, but if we can just keep with what we know, right? If you are driving a car and the car in front of you indicates to the right, so you see a blinker on the right hand side of their car in front of you, what do you know?
They're not meant to be
Don't go
driving.
around the right hand side.
They know, you know, that their right hand indicator works. That is the only thing that you know. They may be turning right. They may have intended to put their hazard lights on and the left hazard lights aren't working. Okay. And sorry, we'll thank David for, David's wife is here. David gave me that observation, and I think it's a fantastic observation. So please tell him I used it. So lead from your longest suit. So these are options. Yeah. So lead top of a sequence. Lead top of touching honours. Lead from your longest suit. If you have an honour card, then you lead your fourth highest, and you count fourth highest from the highest card down. Queen, 1, 10, 2, 4, 3. The fourth highest is the 2 of that suit. And that's, again, you're telling your partner, I have an honour in that suit when you play the 2. You can lead a singleton against a trump contract. Why would you lead a singleton against a trump contract?
So that you can then play
So
trumps.
let them know you won't have any left after that one.
Yep, so you don't have any left after that one, and the reason that you don't,
Trump.
you want to make it, you want to use your trumps to trump the winning cards that your opponents have in that suit, if you get the opportunity. And again, one of the rules, the timetable that you and your partner have both read and understood, the English language, the English standard. If you lead the 8, high card, top of rubbish cards, top of nothing as it's called. Now we
Sorry.
come to this tricky business about an ace.
Sorry, Howard, there's a question over there.
Sorry, thank you, Glory.
Sorry.
Yeah.
With all these options, if you had as a singleton a jack, and you led that, your partner would think that you had Jack 10-9.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So really, who knows what you're getting?
Okay. Yeah. Again, that's a very, very perceptive observation and a very good question. So thank you for that. You play the jack. Now, your partner can see, if that's the opening lead, they can see 26 other cards. Yeah. They can look at the card in their own hand in that suit, and they can see the dummy. If they can see the 10 at any point, they know that that is not a standard lead jack from Jack 10. Yeah. Now, declarer may have the 10. You know, the 10 may not be visible, and you're not allowed to peek at your opponent's cards. So please don't do that. So initially you don't know, but something that we come to later when we're getting a little bit more into this, when your partner leads a suit in defence, their opening lead is a suit, they've usually done it for a reason, and because they're your bridge partner, they're someone that you actually like and respect. So you don't think they're a complete numpty, or hopefully. So it's courtesy. You are expected, unless there is a very good reason otherwise, when you get on lead as defender, subsequently in the play, to return your partner's suit. Okay, so if you see the jack that, as it happens in this case, is a singleton, but we don't know that for sure, unless you've got a very, very good reason otherwise, you will play that suit, and hey presto, your partner's got a nice little trump for it, and he roughs declarer's winning trick away. And everybody goes home very happy except declarer. And sometimes that happy state occurs more often than not. But it doesn't always happen, because again, we're bridge players, we're thinking beings, and we may think, well actually partner led the jack, but I don't really want to return that suit. I've got something better that I want to do, in your opinion, and it turns out that actually what your partner wanted you to do was to give them an opportunity to trump in that suit. Bridge is not a perfect game. You take all of the information that you can see, and you make your best judgment. Yeah. But one of the things that you are expected to do is to return your partner's lead. Okay.
When do we get these notes in the next?
I send them out by email.
In a minute.
So
Yeah.
I won't do them. I won't do them tonight, but sometime
No.
tomorrow, I will put them in an email to everybody, and we will get these together with the hand records of the prepared boards that you played, including the trump one that you played initially. So you can study those at your leisure.
Sorry.
So this is really like opening lead, because it's always a defender,
Yeah.
but it's opening lead plus any defender's future leads.
Absolutely. So again, as I said earlier, if later in the play you are a defender on lead and you have this combination, then that is a combination. If you were going to lead this suit, you would lead Jack from Jack 10-9. You would follow the same rules as if it were an opening.
So that's really rules for the opening lead and for leads, defenders on lead.
Yeah.
On lead.
Yeah.
It's not just the opening lead, it's
Yeah.
any lead that the defender might end up having.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But
Okay.
these aren't priority, in order of priority, are
No, no.
They are ish. They sort of. So and for how we've got to the journey so far. So you're 3 weeks into an 11-week course. You know, I'm not ashamed to say our standout choice, you know, would be lead top of a sequence. Yeah, and on the sequence, if you have it, king from king, queen, jack. Yeah. If you're going to lead king from king, queen, then that's fine. So I would choose number 1 over number 2. If I've got a very good reason, I might put that second, lead from my longest suit, and then somewhere equal to that, lead my 4th highest. I sometimes lead a singleton, but there might, you know, I might want to develop tricks in my own suits first. So it's something to consider. It's not something that you say, well, I've got a singleton, I must lead it. You've really got to make a judgment.
So if you had like an ace king,
Yeah.
and then you didn't have the queen, but you had jack 10, 9,
Yeah.
would you lead the jack out of that sequence, or would you lead the ace?
Okay, again, a very perceptive question. The question was, if you have ace, king, jack, 10, what card would you lead? I'd start off with the ace, top of touching honours,
Right.
and I'd see what was going on. So if I can see the queen and the dummy on my left, then there's a very good chance, unless that queen is either on its own or with just one other card, then the queen is going to score a trick, just as we looked at when Declarer was leading towards honour cards in their dummy. We know, because we can see the ace and the king, that it's for us, the wrong side of the queen. So I would see what happens. If I can't see the queen on the first trick, I would see what card my partner has played, because we haven't got to it yet, but when your partner plays a card to a trick that you have led, they are also telling you something about their holding in that suit. So I would use that information to decide what to do next, but maybe the right answer is not to continue that suit and to find another suit to lead. So what my partner knows, I've led the ace and then I've led another suit. When they get the opportunity to lead, they will lead my first suit, usually, because that's the rule that we're teaching you. We're teaching your partnerships, you know, unless you've got a good reason otherwise, return your partner's opening lead. So if Declarer has the queen, we're going to trap that queen between my king and the jack. Does that answer your question? Okay. So we've used the term never underlead an ace against a trump contract. Why? Well, the reason why in shorthand is it will cost a trick sometimes. It will give a trick to Declarer that Declarer is not entitled to make sometimes. So if you're going to lead that suit, lead the ace. But if you're not going to lead the ace, choose another suit. And I would usually choose another suit. So somebody said, is that in order of priority? It is, you know, for now, it's not a bad order of priority. It's a working, you know, working assumption.
So what does that mean, never underlead an ace? So if you're playing in hearts,
Yeah.
and you're leading, but the other people are playing in hearts, you're leading, but it means you must either play the ace of hearts if you've got it,
Yep.
otherwise don't play any other heart.
Yep. That's exactly what that says.
Sorry, can I stick my nose in?
Yep.
She said hearts were trump, so that's not what it means. It's another suit.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I misunderstood your question then.
So if you're playing, if hearts are trumps,
Yeah.
You're probably going to need a different suit.
Don't lead an ace of another suit, is that what it means?
No, but if hearts are trumps, you're not going to have the opening lead, because you're declaring trumps, won't you?
Well, you might have the opening lead, so dummy's gone down and declarer has chosen their trumps. So if hearts are trumps and you have the ace of spades, should you lead it?
No.
What I'm saying is, find another lead, if you can, that's more attractive, yeah? But if you're going to lead a spade, lead the ace of spades, not a small spade. That's what that bullet point says. Does that answer the question?
Yes, that's what I said to you in the beginning.
Okay, all right, sorry, I think I got that. Okay,
Yes,
good.
that's what.
Okay, good, good.
So when it says, can you go back 1 minute,
Yeah.
when it says that about, lead a singleton versus a trump contract,
Yeah,
so that means that if you're playing in hearts, so you've got a single diamond,
yeah,
put the single diamond out.
yeah, that's exactly what it means.
If you've
Yeah.
got the single heart and you're playing in hearts, you wouldn't put that out.
Not usually, not
No.
usually a good idea. Okay, so here are some other rules. Partner has made the opening lead. You can see the dummy. What do? You are third hand. Partner's played to a trick, playing it clockwise. The dummy has played second. You're third hand. So third hand plays high. And when you are following to a suit, not leading a suit, you play the lowest of equals. So what do we mean by that? If you have the queen and the jack are equals. Yeah? So you will play the jack from queen and jack. If you put the queen on, your partner will know you do not have the jack, because they would expect you to put the jack on if you have the jack and the queen
Yeah,
together.
so-
And exactly
Sorry.
the same.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, they would expect you to put the jack on if you had the jack and the queen together. Is that what I said?
You said if you play the queen.
Yes, if they
Oh,
play the
sorry.
queen,
No, you're
play the
right.
queen.
I'm going to shut up now.
partner knows you do not have the jack.
Yes.
Yeah? And equally,
Hang on, now you've muddled me now, so play the lowest of equals.
when
so
you are
this,
following,
so this isn't on lead, no, you're not doing.
not on lead, you are playing third,
Yeah,
your
okay.
partner has made a lead, dummy has played a trick. Now, if you have equal cards, jack and the queen touching on us, queen and the king, you play the lower of those two combinations. So in the case of the queen and the jack, you will play the jack. And if you play the queen, your partner knows you do not have the jack. Okay? And you play the queen from king and queen.
So that's a different message from being defender on lead and
Exactly.
being third, what's its name?
That's very, very astute. Absolutely, absolutely right.
Bloody hell, so what you're saying is.
Did we say this was easy? Sorry, I think I did actually. Yeah, sorry. So, third hand plays high. So we'll go through some examples. So, when you are third to play a trick, this is not opening leads, when you are third to play a trick, play the highest card you have, unless you cannot beat a card already winning the trick. Do not play a winning card if it's equivalent to your partner's card. So if your partner has played the jack and you have the queen, let them win the trick with the jack if they can. There's absolutely no reason for you to put the queen on. You may have a finesse position. I'll come on to that. Okay, let's look at some examples. You are the third hand. You have the ace and queen of hearts. Partner leads the 3 and dummy plays a low card, the 4. What do we say third hand does? Third hand plays high, and the highest
Ace.
card that you have, yeah, absolutely. Third hand plays.
Yes, I see that.
They're not touching.
Okay.
So the third hand plays high, but it plays low if you've got two next to each other. It plays the
Absolutely.
lowest.
Yeah. So here's an example to make that very point. Partners led the Queen of Hearts. Who's got the Jack of Hearts?
Declare.
No, partner.
Partner. Thank you.
Leads.
Yeah. Partners led the Queen from Queen Jack. They may have Queen Jack
Yes.
10.
Yeah. So they've got the jack.
Dummy plays a low card. Third hand now. What are you going to do?
Very high.
Well, as just said a minute ago, third hand plays high, except when you have a card that is equivalent to your partner's
yeah.
queen.
Yeah.
So the queen is going to win this trick because the king has not been played, and there is no need for you to put your ace on it.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, so in this situation, the queen and the ace are equivalent cards, so there is no need to play the ace.
So you might have played the ace, which was your
So
question.
was there a question
If
of
you
that?
want to be in that hand for some reason.
No? Okay.
So
So-
you want to be in that hand to start a run at some point. Then you play it just to get into that position.
Okay, so there was a question here, would you win your ace to get into your own hand? There are some advanced situations where that might be the right thing to do, but we're not going to cover them in this course, not for Jeremy's second course either, I don't think. Yeah, so we'll leave those to more expert players, and who knows, you may want to learn those things later. Okay, here's another situation. Partner leads the jack. Dummy plays low. What card are you going to play?
Low.
Low, thank you. Yeah. You play low because your queen is equivalent to your partner's jack. So if declarer has got the ace, they can win it. Here's another one. Partner leads the three of hearts. Dummy plays low. You have the ace and queen of hearts. Your call. Queen? Yeah, absolutely. This is a finesse, isn't it? But the beauty of this finesse is actually you can see where the king is because the king is in dummy. You know that if your partner leads hearts, you can make both your ace and your queen. So you finesse with the queen. It's just what declarer would have done if you had been his dummy and he had led, or she had led, the three of hearts towards your ace and queen. Okay, here's another one. Partner leads the three of hearts. Dummy plays low. A little bit more difficult this one. Any offers?
Ace.
Ace? Yeah, I can understand ace. Third hand plays high. Not right. Jack. I heard Jack. Yeah. So this is, as I say, this is a little bit more difficult. You hope your partner's got the queen. So if you put the jack on, then this nasty declarer here hasn't got it. But let's just leave that bullet point on. So you do finesse with the jack, and you hope your jack wins. But if declarer takes the trick with the queen, you still have the ace and the nine over declarer's, dummy's king. And because your partner has learned the same rules that you have, when you see the three, when you see the three, you know your partner's got another card, possibly the 10, and it may be the queen. So your cards, after the play to that first trick, declarers, partners led the three, dummy's played a small one, you've played the jack, and declarers won their queen. The 10 is here, and the ace and 9 are here. And that combination is going to guarantee the defence 2 tricks. Yeah? Provided partner leads hearts towards your ace and 9. Okay, partner leads the 3 of hearts and dummy plays the king. Any offers?
Two.
2, yeah, your queen's not going to win a trick, so you play low. Okay, so just to recap, we play the lowest of equals when we're not on lead. So it's when you're following to a suit as opposed to leading it. If you have cards that are equivalent, play the lowest of the touching cards. And that tells partner about your hand. So you can see the dummy, you can see your own hand, and you can start to perform a picture of what's in your partner's hand. So we talked about equivalents. What do we mean by equivalent cards?
Ones that won't take over the other one, you know.
Yeah. So the 10 is equivalent to the Queen Jack 10 when you've got the Queen Jack 10 in your hand. If you have a broken sequence and you're sitting over the cards in that missing in that sequence, so they all are equivalent. I think I've got an example of that. Okay. Partner leads the 3, dummy plays the 4. You're going to play
Jack.
the Jack, yeah, the lowest of equals. And if declarer does not win the trick, partner knows you've got the queen. And if you've played the queen, the partner will assume you do not have the jack. Okay, here's another one for you. Any offers?
The 10.
Yeah, the 10. Yeah, you're going to finesse, just like we did before, but this time the jack and the 10 are equivalent cards, so you put the 10 on. Here's another example of equivalence. Yeah, the queen and the 10 fill in these gaps.
8.
Yeah, so the king, jack, 9, 8 are equivalent cards when partner leads a small heart through the dummy. So yeah, you put the 8 on, thank you. That was again very astute. Declarer is not going to win this trick. Why not?
Because you're assuming the 3 is led with trump in there.
With ace,
Yeah, the 3 says, partner, I've got an honour card in this suit.
Oh.
And it's not queen.
And you can see them all.
Yes.
Yeah? So, unless that's a singleton and you're playing in a suit contract, but yeah, you've got every expectation that partner, for once, has made the most stunningly brilliant lead.
Doesn't that mean they've underled the ace?
Sorry, let's go back.
They've underled the ace.
They've underled the ace.
But if it's against the no truck contract, that's okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy.
Can't rescue you.
Yes, I needed rescuing from that one. Thank you. Oh, quite haven't.
Gone one too many, I think.
Yeah, so, yeah, we're going to the witching hour. So, next lesson, we're going to do the bidding. So, the bidding replaces that first bit of mini bridge that you've been doing, announcing your points and seeing your dummy to determine whether you're going to have a trump suit or even to play in no trumps. So it's an auction. So I hope you look forward to it. This is my last session of mini bridge with you, but I hope that you'll find that you can play mini bridge, with friends at home and family, and then enroll them in it. And all you need is a pack of cards. So thank you very much for your attention. We'll have the lights.
Thank you.